Hey guys, we're here in San Jacinto Plaza. I'm here with Jake Drozd, and today we want to talk about just a quick guide to the city for anybody that might be new, if you're PCSing to El Paso for the first time, or if you're just new to the city in general. We wanted to give you a quick guide of some fun things to do, good places to eat, hang out. I know sometimes when you move to a new city, you're still kind of learning everything, so we wanted to have like a one video quick guide for you. It's got a lot of different activities and things to do, especially if you're new to the city that you might not know about. So starting off, we're here in San Jacinto Plaza, downtown. It's a great area. Right now they have like some Christmas decorations out. So it's a pretty cool little plaza area to walk around.
For sure. So down in this area, we have a lot of finer dining restaurants. One being Cafe Central, one of my favorite restaurants, which is a fine dining establishment. Anson 11 is excellent. And then in the hotels down here in the Paso del Norte, they have a great steakhouse, 1700 degrees. But then if you're just moving to El Paso, it's your first PCS or you've never been here before, you have to go to L&J's Cafe. That's one of the classic Mexican restaurants here in town. Another one of my favorites is Kiki's Mexican restaurant. It's pretty close to Fort Bliss as well, so it's a good place to go for lunch.
Good Mexican place too that I like is called Good Coffee.
Good Coffee.
It's like a kind of a breakfast place, but you can get lunch there as well. And it's like kind of like Mexican breakfast.
It's like a diner. And don't go there for
really
the
good.
coffee, but go there for their food.
Yeah, the name is kind of weird, but it's great food. It's like some of the best breakfast, like Mexican food I've seen. But yeah, we're gonna leave a list of all the restaurants too in the description, because we obviously can't cover like all the good ones here today. But that's kind of a good overview of like the Mexican. Now, do you have any recommendations for like maybe barbecue, different kinds of food, or like breweries or anything like that people can check out here?
For sure. So downtown we have the old Sheepdog Brewery, which isn't too far from here, and then we also have Dead Beach Brewery. Both of them have food, great beer, and both have great atmospheres to hang out, bring a group of people. It's a really good time.
Yeah, we've done a couple events at Dead Beach and then Old Sheepdog Brewery as well. They're kind of close to this like downtown like nucleus area. So those are really great if you want to have like a casual event with friends or just hang out. Great beer, great food. So definitely recommend checking those out as well. And then barbecue spots too. There's a couple of good barbecue spots, like Rolling Smoke Barbecue. It's on the west side. What's the one in Socorro?
So in Socorro, they have a great joint called Shooters. They do karaoke, which is pretty neat.
It's kind of like a biker. There's like, I don't know if it's
they
like
have like a biker group like, that's always there doing karaoke.
Like the Boomers, you know?
And those guys, they're good too. They're
like
really
the Boomers,
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have good barbecue. It's a cool downtown area to check out. They have a lot of art galleries, little coffee shops.
It's like kind of like an Old West
they have
sort of vibe. I think
they have an old Spanish mission out there, which is cool. And I think Billy the Kid was in jail there. It was either there or Old Mesilla.
That's a cool area. Yeah, that church is like from like the 1500s, like the original like Spanish like explorers and stuff. So that's just like maybe 30-40 minutes from like the city. It's not super far. Can you talk to us a little bit about like things to do in the city as far as like activities? What would be good for someone maybe with kids or just like in general?
Yeah, so a couple places I really like are Babo's Family Fun Activity Center.
Yeah.
That's on the west side. They have go-karts and laser tag, arcade. Another great one is Adventure Zone, also on the west side.
And El Paso has a lot of like newer things too. So we just put in a Topgolf a couple of years ago. We have like an iFly. We have some of the more like mainstream stuff, several like movie theaters, like the Alamo Draft House, the Flicks. Something you can check out too, I did this in a previous video, but the Fountain Zafara is a great place. So it's kind of like a shopping, restaurant, commercial area combined, and they have like an escape room there. There's a lot of different things that you can do in there and check out, I recommend. It's like super popping around Christmas time because everyone's like holiday shopping, but that's a really nice area for you to walk around if you're new.
So also, you definitely want to check out downtown. There's a lot to do down here other than restaurants and bars. San Jacinto Plaza, where we are right now, they're just getting it ready for Winterfest. So they have a lot of events throughout the year here, Winterfest being the most current one. But earlier in the year, they had an event called Chalk the Block, which was a great event where local artists came and they just chalked everything up. There was competitions and really beautiful art, nice to walk around. There's food trucks. But that's one of the events that I look forward to every year. And then other than that, there's also a bunch of museums down here. We have the El Paso Art Museum, which is fantastic.
As far as daily activities goes, I think we discussed a lot of the urban things, kind of stuff to do in the city. As far as nature, I know there's a lot of hikes around here that people like to do, and just different like cool nature spots that maybe not a lot of people know about. So do you have any like maybe hidden gems that you can recommend for the audience?
For sure. So two places I really like in the city is the Keystone Heritage Park. It's on the west side. They have like a nice wetland wildlife preserve.
Oh, yeah.
And also a lot of like native plant species in their garden there. The El Paso Municipal Garden, Rose Garden, is fantastic. That's pretty central, and that's a beautiful place to go if you want to do like nice pictures or just kind of relax in the garden. That's a nice place to go.
Additionally, as far as things to do outside of El Paso that are maybe quick day trips or maybe 40 minutes away, stuff like that, what are your favorite things to do kind of outside of the city?
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's great to go up to Las Cruces. In Las Cruces, you have Old Mesilla, which is a nice little, nice town. They have a little downtown center with little shops and restaurants and an old church there that's really pretty. But so other great places to hike around Las Cruces would be Dripping Springs. That's a nice little hike. It's a lot uphill. It's maybe a mile or so. But up at the top, they used to have an old sanatorium that you could go see, and it's really pretty. You're up in the mountains, and all of a sudden it's like a little oasis at the top. And then another great place that's a little further past Las Cruces is Slot Canyon. I think they call it Leesburg State Park, but there's a beautiful slot canyon that you could hike through and go up to the top of a mountain. It's just really beautiful, easy hike, and definitely nice to bring some guests.
Yeah. As far as Las Cruces goes, I really love like the farmers market there. They do it on Saturdays, and it's a really nice farmers market. They have like buildings on the side too, but they have a lot of like local vendors. You can get some great food, like a lot of hipster stuff. Love the hipster stuff there, but
it's probably the best farmers market in the area. They block off their entire downtown.
Like in the region, yeah. What about some other places, maybe like in New Mexico or like West Texas, or anything in particular you recommend that maybe an hour or two away kind of?
Another great day trip location that I like, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours away, is Cloudcroft, New Mexico, and also Ruidoso. So up there in Cloudcroft, they have, in my opinion, the best barbecue ever.
Oh yeah.
Mad Jack's Mountaintop Barbecue.
Definitely check that out.
Fantastic. And it's beautiful because you go up there and there's a whole forest. They have the Lincoln National Forest up there. So if you want to get out of the desert, escape the heat, that's the place to go. And they also have a great casino up there, the Inn of the Mountain Gods, which is a great place to check out.
Yeah, Cloudcroft and Ruidoso are pretty cool areas because like El Paso, you're in the desert, and then just like an hour or two away, Cloudcroft is maybe like an hour and a half. Ruidoso is about maybe 2.5 hours. It's like a whole forest, like mountain environment. And like Ruidoso, you can go like skiing there. They have like a ski resort. So it's kind of crazy, just like 2 to 3 hours away. You have a completely different like landscape and environment. So definitely recommend checking those places out if you're new to the area. Like those are pretty cool spots. You can take family or whatever. So those are pretty quick activities like Cloudcroft, Ruidoso. You can get to those in a day and come back, or you could stay the night too, whatever. But some national parks that we have pretty close by. One would be White Sands. That's just about an hour away. White Sands, New Mexico. It's a national park. It's pretty cool. You can there's basically white sand dunes. It's almost like an alien environment. There's nowhere else like it on Earth. And it's cool just seeing the different wildlife, and then you can sled down the dunes. It's a lot of fun. Great place to take kids or family. The second place would be Carlsbad Caverns. It's about maybe 3 to 4 hours away. That place is pretty cool, very deep cave system you can check out, and it's crazy what it's like there, but that's a good spot. And then a little bit even further than that, maybe not necessarily a day trip, but a weekend trip or something like that for a long weekend would be Big Bend. It's another national park. It's probably one of the lesser known national parks in my opinion, but it's right here on the border of Mexico, West Texas, and just a really cool place I recommend checking out while you live in